Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video, and look at that gorgeous view there of the Vectron. We're back on the Semmeringbahn. This is part number 2 of the Vectron Express. So if you haven't seen part 1, I do recommend probably going back and looking at that, although that was sort of the fast bit. This is the scenic bit. So let's just hop straight back into it. Here we go. As we continue our march up, or march along the Semmering. We should talk about Semmering. We shouldn't be too much further off Semmering Station. Semmering Station, where's that? Where are you, Semmering? I'm looking at the Ebula here. Semmering Station is... where is it on here? What are we at? We're at 86 at the moment. 86. So at the moment it's 60 kilometers an hour. And Semmering Station is at 103. So we've still got a little bit of a way to go. This 60 seems to last until 88, and we can then speed up to 70 for a couple of kilometres. So yeah, it's quite slow, but we are on like the nicest part of the route, as we sort of crawl our way up the incline. Quite steep as well. Oh yeah, I think this is the only passenger service you can do in the Vectron, as it's more of a freight loco. There it goes. Oh, we missed a good spot there. Oh my god, look at that. That is a good spot. Oh wow. Look at this though. Look at that. Wow. Welcome to the Semmeringbahn, everybody. And actually, the route we came up is just down there. It's basically directly down there, I think, is where we come up from. Oh, let's quickly get back into the train. Coming up to some sort of station. What are we coming up to? What's this? 89. 89. This will be... Eichberg Station. It should be going through here. And just after this goes up to 70 as well. So we should have that come up fairly soon. The view out there though. Wow. The big boy's a Rosa line. In fact, we need to just get another bloody flyby shot for this. And down there is, well, the line. Straight down there, sort of on the left side of the screen, is Glognitz, I think it's called. Which is where you come up from. Basically where the fast bit ends and you become wiggly. 70, and this lasts for only about 2-3 kilometres. But it's better than 60. I just wish the 101 ran on this route, the DBBR 101, the expert one, but I suppose it probably doesn't. As the main sort of workforce for this route in the game, because the Vectron's a layer, the Vectron isn't included with Semmeringbahn. You get the OBB 1116, which is the Taurus, so think DBBR 182, the musical train. And then you also get the Talent 1, and quite possibly the 185 as well, which I don't think I mentioned in the last video, but yeah, I think you get the 185 for this as well, for freight journeys, or freight services. Has anyone been on this route in real life? It just looks beautiful. The Austrian and Swiss railways are just stunning. Yeah, there we go. Buzz TUT. It's got a nice calming Cephas sound, the Vectron. Oh, we're at 90.8 and Semmering was at 103. So we're still quite a way from from there. 90.9. Where did the 60 start? 91.8. You don't really get much warning boards on this route. It's more sort of you just got to know, or use the Ibula, where these speed limits are. So down to 60, which is what, 40 miles per hour? 30, well, 30 miles an hour. Let's see if we can get another nice shot. There's the 60 board. The ambient sound on here is lovely as well. Oh, there's another service there. Quite a long one, that one. But what coaches are we using here? Yeah, these aren't the ones. These aren't the ones from Linker Rheinstrecker, are they? I thought they looked slightly different to the usual ones you get on here. I think these are the ones from Linker Rheinstrecker, these coaches. Which would entail you having to have Linker Rheinstrecker as well as the Vectron. Looks like the older coaches. Right, this 60, what are we at now? 92.8. So this 60 lasts until 100 kilometres. Until the 100 kilometre board, then it becomes 50. So as we got AFB, there's not really a lot we do. We just sort of press CFA and keep an eye on the speed. But scenery on this route's lovely, and you can sort of tell by the FPS. This is PS5, and it's like just above 30. Yeah, so performance-wise, it's not the best, this route. But then it's because, well, all the foliage, the mountains, there's quite a bit going on here. I think we'll try and get a photo at Semmering, actually. So that's quite open, we should have a nice bit of sunlight there. Nice. In fact, should we try and get a shot here? We're in the sun. Yeah, let's try and get one. Try and get one here, actually. Oh, there we go. Chuck the field of view like that. Oh, I like that. That's quite pretty. Get that one as well. Maybe another one at Semmering as well. For good luck. But 9 kilometres to Semmering, which is our first station stop on the journey. So quite the way yet. Imagine living up here though, how nice and peaceful that must be. You'd probably get quite a few tourists. Well, at like maybe not at some of these little stations. Although soon enough, or in the next couple of years, there's going to be the Semmering base tunnel. So that basically means none of the fast trains need to go along here. It will just be the stoppers, and that's it. As you can see it on the map actually. This tunnel, the entrance this side to here. It's a massive long tunnel. So none of this will be necessary. But that's not open yet. Would be quite cool if you actually had that in the game. Imagine that you had. Well, I suppose, yeah, maybe when that opens, you've got like a different version where that was open. So you do all the express trains through there and all the others along here. I don't know, what's the plan for when the Semmering base tunnel opens? What trains will they still run along this line? Because it's quite a popular tourist line. You sort of see why. I mean, the scenery on the game's nice, but in real life it must be breathtaking. That's really the only concern about this route, is the fact we're on next gen and it's borderline 30 FPS. Although on Xbox you'll probably likely get a little bit more. On Xbox you'll probably get, on Xbox Series X, you probably get, what, 35 average? It's always a little bit more than the PS5. There we go though. 96, so we're not too far, about 7 kilometres now from Semmering. Can't come soon enough, and after that we then go down. All the way down the mountain to whatever the last stop's called. I say. Has anyone completed the Class 47 service on this route? And yet you did hear that correctly, the British Rail Class 47 is on this route. Another nice little, I mean, look at the stations up here though, it's so pretty. 97.6, so this station is 97.6. That was Brightonstein, which we're just going through. And at 99 point, well, not at about 100, it goes down to 50. So even slower than it is now. That's quite cool, seeing up the train behind. Yeah, I'll get that one out. Yeah, you got the slightly older coaches. I think these are from Linker Rheinstrecke, these ones. I don't think these are the ones native to Semmeringbahn. See that? 98.7. This would be a nice bridge, look at that. Some sort of double bridge in a way. Cool. Fairly soon it comes down to 50. What was that? Basically 100. So relatively soon. So we'll pop that down now, as kilometres are pretty small. That should be coming up. The sunlight on this one, it's almost like different. It's almost like they've done something to make this route just look even better. Like the lighting on it, it just, I don't know, it just looks just a lot better than other TSW routes. I mean, maybe it's because this is sort of one of the first mountainous TOD4 routes. I don't know, just looks really good. Oh, because the scenery is also quite good as well. Oh, it's struggling up here a bit, come on. Bit of power. So it should be coming up to the 50. There's the 100-kilometre board. So in total from Wiener Neustadt, we have now done about 52 kilometres. Is that 30 miles? Now we've still got about 16 kilometres to go. There's the 50. Well, Semmering is at 103.3, so we're only about 3 kilometres off Semmering now. Where's that wiper gone up? Look at that. It's like blurry, the wiper. No, I don't like that. Let's quickly change that. Why's it gone like that? It's like too blurry. No, go back now. There we go. Good. There's another OBB Taurus with the sort of more modern passenger coaches, or the OBB passenger coaches. It's quite a mixed route for services. There's quite a lot of variety when it comes to the freight stuff, sort of time-wise, like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. But when it comes to passenger stuff, all of the express trains are about 55 to an hour. And the slow trains, I think, are about an hour, 20 minutes. So it's, it's quite quite a long journey on here. Well, we are coming up to the summit quite soon, which I believe is at Semmering. Got the snow-capped mountains over there. Kilometre board 101. Quite soon we'll be coming out into the Semmering station. Our sort of only intermediate stop on this journey. Which again, if you didn't see part 1, feel free to go and have a look after. It's not as interesting, it's sort of the fast part of the route. But still, if you want to see the full Semmeringbahn, feel free to take a look-see. This is not Semmering. I hope it's not Semmering. It's a bit bigger of a station, Semmering. What's this one? This one is Wolfsburg-Kogel. Wolfsburg-Kogel? I know I've said that wrong. That would indicate that we're coming up to something. Sort of like a 2 yellows over a green. As long as it doesn't mean there's a red next, then we're fine. I don't think so. That'll be right, because we're coming across the... Oh, no. Well, we're now coming into Semmering, which is another beautiful station. Yeah, the mountainous scenery on this route is actually good. Sort of previous mountain routes to this, the scenery was sort of a bit like, a bit drab. I mean, Benina line, the scenery on there is good. And here we are, Semmering. There's a stop marker. I suppose we'll just go right to the end. Go up to the signal. And you got the little single bore tunnels the other side. A little bit further. Here we are, this is Semmering. We made it. Finally. Wait for a moment. What do you mean? We're not. Wait for a moment. I mean, I assume we are meant to open the doors. We didn't open the doors at the first stop, as it just said wait for a moment. It didn't say to open them or close them. But considering we're stopping, I'm going to open the doors. I mean, for the last stop, I'd imagine maybe we were meant to go fast through it. But obviously, because that's where the route starts, we've got to stop there. So we'll open the doors for this one. Right, near enough on time. There it goes. Oh wait, don't get in the way. In the way of our shot. And into the tunnels. Must be 65. That's a funny old speedboard. Like, yeah, 6 and then a 5. Yeah, 65. You don't really tend to see that. Let me whack that on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Now I can go off now. Don't need it on. Yeah, 65 through here, then up to 80. And it sort of stays at 80. Well, we've got 60 there as well. When does the 65 end? 65 ends, well, it goes on then up to 80 at 105. Probably once we come out the tunnel, it should then increase. Okay, bit of that. Yeah, now we're sort of back down the hill now. Back down to what was that last place called? Muscherschlag. Muscherschlag. That's the final stop. And that's all from us. From me, I suppose. Cool, out the tunnel. And then yeah, it should go. Well, should be 80. Oh, there's the 80 there. So we won't confirm it yet, but we'll just whack it up now. And confirm it once the back of the train's past the board. Well, not that long of a train. There we go, up we go. Up to 80. Yeah, all downhill from here. So it comes down to, actually it might not come down to 60, but it might. No, it should. I think now it says at 80 for quite some time now. That's 60 once we sort of start coming into Muscherschlag. So the interesting scenery bit's gone now. That's it. But if you have made it this far in the video, thanks all for coming in, and if you're enjoying it, feel free to leave a little like, and if you do want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I'm glad we have got Semmeringbahn done, and hopefully we can do it again. Maybe going the other way and we'll split it in half again. As yeah, otherwise it's quite a large video file to upload, and also just a lot of time for one video. So it's better to sort of split it into two. Cool. You can feel the train is starting to try and speed up a bit more than it should, but luckily our dynamic brakes are quite good. Sometimes you do have to step in and put the train brake on. Tends to be okay though. Should be okay. 108. And this is quite steep going down as well. You sort of have to lose a lot of that altitude as we cut a lot of that height down into Mittelschlag. What we got coming out? Double-headed Taurus, I think. Yeah, is that double-headed Taurus? Yeah, the ABB 1116. A big freight train as well. It's logging its way up the mountain. Cool. So it should be 80 most of the way. 109, so we've got about 6 kilometres to the last stop. Yeah, there we go, yeah, don't panic. You can feel it. It's trying to run away, but those brakes are doing a pretty outstanding job. I mean, this is really steep here. You can quite sort of visibly see it going down. It's usually when you can sort of see it, it's like, well, that's steep. And the train is trying to get away. I mean, look at that. Look at the gradient drop there in front of us. You can't see the track. It just sort of just goes down. Might need to initiate the train brake a little bit here. I'm going to be ready. You can see the dynamic kicking in. And there you go. See the dynamics kicking in. Can it keep us at 80 or not? No, it's doing, okay, it's doing alright, it's doing alright. I mean, what is the gradient? Let's have a look. Down 1 in 44. I mean, that is steep. I mean, that's not as steep as the Licky incline, but near enough. So every 44 metres we go forward, we go down by a metre. But for the railway, that's quite steep. See, if you're driving the other way round, you sort of do all the climbing to begin with. So you straight away, straight up. Which most trains do, you know, do traverse fairly well, but in some you will notice a slight struggle to get up. Especially when you're doing the freight stuff. If you're not double-headed, you might feel it a bit more. Right, this is Mittelschlag we're coming into. At least it's all getting a bit more built up now. And the speed comes down to 60 at 115. So we're at 112, a couple of kilometres, and it's down to 60. We should get warning signals anyway for coming into the last stop. Ideally should. but not a bad run. Also, we had the slight PZB/brake incident. I think that was more just me accidentally flicking it into the emergency brakes in part 1. But apart from that, yeah, been a pretty solid run. It's good to be back on here. About a kilometre to go. What could go wrong now? Come on, station. I want to see you. Where are you? Is that it there? Might be it. No, that's a bit further. Long old journey. That's quite cool. It changes tone if you don't acknowledge it straight away. The Sifa. Sort of a higher pitch. In Germany, that would usually be about 45. So get that down to 45. I wonder if that was their little booth. We're getting there. Seems a bit slower than a bit slow coming in here. There's the station there, and this is the other end of the tunnel, of the Semmering base tunnel, which I think said it opens in like 2027. So go to the Semmeringbahn before you can't do this type of service in real life, or they run through the tunnel. It's not open, so I mean that side looks a bit more complete, but the other side is nowhere near. What have we done? Oh, really? Don't panic, we're alright. What have we done? Was I meant to acknowledge that? Oh, that's probably a little bit different. I meant to acknowledge that. I mean, you can barely see it, that one there. That's alright, we're at a low speed anyway. Oh, when PZB happens at a low speed, it's that's fine. Yeah, we just got to go there. Maybe it didn't like we were going, unless maybe it went above 40, it might have gone to like 46 as we were on the gradient, so it was like, no. Hey ho. Screw you. Yeah, unless the magnet went on and it went a little bit above what it should have been at. Live and learn. Here we are. I think I fit in the platform here. Yeah, but I don't think, are we even going to fit in the platform? So it sort of bring us into the platform halfway along. But I mean, our train's relatively long. Should be okay. You'd think it would be able to accommodate us. And there's our signal as well. You'd think it would be a little bit further. No, that's our signal. You'd think it would be actually at the end of the platform. Hang on, train, what are you doing? brakes weren't even on there, and that's where it's a bit of a uphill here, but I don't think it was uphill. That's where you need to stop. And it's trying to drive itself. Yeah, right, doors, right, there we go. Well, that is going to be everybody for today's Semmeringbahn video. Been a little while, so good we've actually got that done. Was that a passenger train there with the car thing behind it? Yeah, there's got a car thing behind it. Bit of horn there as well. Links can be found in all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Glad we got Semmeringbahn done. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.